In this video, you're going to learn how to finish a configuration of IPSec VPN with dynamic peer. The dynamic peer may be caused by different conditions. First, maybe the device is using the DHCP protocol to connect to the internet, or using the PPPoE protocol. Or this device doesn't have a public IP address. Maybe it's under another router. It only has the private IP address. It all belongs to dynamic condition. In this scenario, the IP address cannot be used for the authentication. We need to use the ID instead of the IP address for the authentication. Let's take a look at the configurations. There are two devices. This one is a dynamic one. This one is a static one. We can see in the network interface, this side is using the PPPoE, so the IP address may change. And this side is a static one. It does has a static IP address. So let's take a look at the configurations for the IPSec VPN. Click New. First, we need to create a peer, because this firewall is a static one, so the remote peer will be the static one. Because this site is a dynamic one, so the remote site, the peer will be the static one. So the peer is static. The interface, the one interface. And for the dynamic peer IPSec VPN, we need to use aggressive mode. And the tab, because the peer is a static, so the tab is static. And the peer IP, the public IP of the peer. Now we need to use a local ID instead of the public IP address for the authentication. So maybe local ID like test. Hillstone.com. And for the peer ID, it's none because the peer has a public IP address. And the proposal, choose one of them. Cashier key, Hillstone. The phase 2 configuration, there's no difference. And then in the static site. For the static site, the remote site is the dynamic one. So we need to choose the interface as the one interface and the mode aggressive. The type of the remote peer is dynamic peer. So the peer ID, it's test.hillstone.net.com. The proposal and the pressure key. Phase 2. And click OK. Now also we just need to wait for a few seconds. Okay, you can see the tunnel is up. The following configurations, like the tunnel interface, the route, and policy, is the same like the traditional site-to-site IPSec VPN. So we will skip it here. Thank you for watching. Please visit kb.hillstonenet.com for more details in the document library.